Good evening, everybody. Hope everyone's doing well. For those of you that were in class this morning, I have almost an identical thing, so sorry for that. But I have some other things we can talk about in that, so don't worry. We're going to be in Luke chapter 8. I'm going to read through it, and then I just want to share some thoughts, some things that we can ruminate and meditate on as we go through our week, and some things that we might be able to apply as we go out into the world. So this is Luke 8, verse 5. A farmer went out to sow his seed. As he was scattering the seed, some fell along the path. It was trampled on, and the birds ate it up. Some fell on rocky ground, and when it came up, the plants withered because they had no moisture. Other seed fell among thorns, which grew up with it and choked the plants. Still, other seed fell on good soil. It came up and yielded a crop, 100 times more than was sown. So this is a parable that Jesus is giving. And later in verse 11, which should just be a page over for some of y'all, he provides the explanation of what each of those scenarios looks like. So my question that I want to kind of talk about tonight is why is this difficult to plant good seeds? Why do we have scenarios where when we try to plant our seeds, it doesn't work? And more importantly, how do we not be discouraged in those moments when it doesn't work, right? I feel like as Christians, we are to be stewards of constantly trying to plant seeds. I'm having the joys right now of doing some hard manual labor and just getting out in the field and not doing chemistry for once, which is amazing. And part of that was working in the garden. And all I could think about as I was trying to use the tiller, which was not fun, was, man, this is really difficult. But I wasn't discouraged because I knew that even if some of these didn't work out, if some of these seeds didn't grow up to be whatever they were going to be, as I don't remember honestly what the seeds were for, some of them were going to work out and were going to bear fruit, or again whatever they were supposed to be. So I think it is our job to constantly be trying to plant seeds, no matter the situation, whether it's thorny ground or whether it's a neighbor who's having a real rough go of it because of some really difficult situation. Recently, like an example of planting seeds in my life was back in January. My lovely siblings threw an awesome birthday party for me, and I'd been telling Leah I was really compelled to try to just initiate a conversation about the gospel with them. And that's really difficult in my family because I'm the only Christian, so normally that gets laughed away and swatted away. Recently, though, my brother called me and told me that he wanted to be baptized, and one of the things that he talked about was that conversation. And I went home that night super discouraged because I thought I planted seeds on not good soil, but I did. A good example to not give up and not be discouraged. Another thing that we can look at is Luke chapter 13 with the parable of the mustard seed and what the kingdom of heaven is supposed to look like in those moments. Because when Jesus is talking about the mustard seed, which I looked, by the way, I've never realized what a mustard seed was, 1 millimeter diameter, it's super tiny, yet it grows up in this huge tree. And Jesus is saying this is what the kingdom of heaven is like. It is something so small, such a tiny little fraction of a moment, yet it grows into this beautiful thing. And we should think about that as we are trying to plant seeds in life, as we take up opportunities to try to bear good fruit with people, that no matter how small or seemingly insignificant the moment might be to us, it might be the world of a difference to someone that we're talking to. And so to keep this short, because I was told to keep this short, and I'll talk in circles all night long, what do I want y'all to get from this little verse here in this little parable that Jesus is telling us? Even the smallest of seeds can grow greatly according to God's will. Don't be discouraged when you attempt this. Be brave. As Stephen was saying, channel your fear in a good and righteous way. If that is talking to someone at a grocery store or talking to them at Spicy Mexico and they try to unbutton their shirt and show you a tattoo, or if it's leading a Devo and taking up an opportunity that you're very scared of, which I promise you I'm totally scared of here. Don't be afraid. Be a steward and seize the opportunity. And even if it's bad soil, then replant your seed. Try and try again and keep going. Toil with it. God made us to work hard and to constantly be going at it And I don't think, honestly, he made us with the quit. At least I hope he didn't. So don't quit. Don't give up. Plant those seeds. Go talk to the people that you're scared to talk to, and seize that opportunity. Thank you.